I was given the task of setting up the service user group about 3 years ago. Eddie was there from the beginning, came along to my first meeting in Ilford, and really he's been like the linchpin, I would say, of the group. Walking, talking, symbol of hope, who's been through the system and was already working, had been a volunteer and was now employed by the probation service. It was great to have him there to inspire anyone who walked through the door. And initially there weren't very many people that walked through the door, but as they came through and Eddie started to relate to them, the group gathered momentum.
What is valuable about RISE is that it rehabilitates you to rehabilitate yourself. And one of the unique things is when you meet RISE facilitator, they don't distinguish the service users from the facilitator.
Like, I've worked in the criminal justice system for like 8 years and I've never had something as unique as this. We can sit here as facilitators and we can give as much advice as we can and we can try and implement that change, but I think by having someone that's actually experienced it and been through it to actually come back is 10 times more invaluable.
Throughout the whole process of obviously being sentenced, and I felt like I was alone. I felt like no one else sort of understood what was really going on. Like, everyone goes, yeah, I understand you, but you can't understand unless you've gone down the path as well.
Whilst I come along volunteer and ultimately I'm sort of trying to support others and help others, in a way I'm sort of helping myself as well. And so volunteering, I think, is powerful, and I think the service users, that they can see that too. It is sort of showing their motivation and giving them a motivation to say that, look, you can be anything that you want to be.
The group sessions are absolutely vital in terms of the men being able to share their own experiences and to help others.
They have insights that we don't have. So Chan will say he can walk into a room. I'm sure you feel the same, Eddie. You can read the subtle signals around that room, certain dynamics. You can tell what people are up to, perhaps. All the kind of subtle clues and the kind of language that people use that we may not be tuned into. So it's a powerful alliance when you think about it. So you've got the facilitator and then you've got the benefit of the knowledge and the special insight that the ex-service user has.
I know a lot of victims probably think we're on the side of the perpetrator because we're doing the work with them. So we're not just focusing on rehabilitating the men, there's also that process of empathy, victim empathy, and understanding how the victim might have been feeling on the day of the offence, how they're feeling now. And it gives the men a different sense of perspective.
Before, it was kind of, you know, it'd be an excuse or blame something or blame a certain behaviour on something or someone else. It'd be someone else's fault, so it kind of made me take ownership of it, you know, and kind of see where I went wrong and, you know, make sure I kind of didn't go down that path again.
I do sit there sometimes and think about everyone, like, victim-wise and stuff like that, and I do feel sorry for them, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I do feel like, well, how did I do that to a person?
My mum's very worried about me. She can't sleep. My brother, like, if police are around or if they come to speak to me, he's worried about them taking away me, you know what I mean, leaving away in handcuffs. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. That's a horrible feeling to know that what my 8-year-old brother thinks, do you know what I mean? He can't think highly of his brother. He's thinking, oh, my brother might disappear today. Do you know what I mean? And that hurts me.
Every volunteer has done something, caused some harm to somebody, you know, but if that person then comes back to us and can turn their lives around as they turn other people who we may not have been able to reach, then doesn't that make sense? That is a far more benefit to society if then we can use their experience and insight.
The community, my family and the victims are in a much better place with me being in somewhere like this than me being out on the streets doing what I used to do. But when I'm in here looking at myself, looking at what I've done wrong, making amends to those people, listening to what I've done to those people on a level to get an understanding of what I've done and what it's like for them has made me grow.
Every day I come to the group, even though I've done the group, like, I still learn. I'm learning and then I'm helping people, like, change as well. So like for me, it's just like, it just fulfills me, innit? It just makes me feel good, like, oh my days, I'm actually doing something good with myself, finally.
It feels great to go back and then see the guys and be like to them, look, I've been there, I understand, just trust me. I'm not coming back to tell you, you know, lies. At the end of the day, I don't get paid for this. Do you know what I mean? Nothing goes in my pocket. I'm coming back out off my own back to tell you guys, look, you can do it.
Greg's working now. He's been on one or two of my groups. And you can almost see the guys in the group going, if he can do it, I can do it.
It's amazing to see what they've achieved and where they've come from. And it just shows you that, you know, the potential to make change, even when you feel that everything's against you. You know, all you need is somebody who's willing to spend a bit of time, give you a bit of support, and it's amazing what that can do in itself.
If we don't concentrate on the person, the service users, we'll fail them, and somebody else will become a victim again, and somebody else will become a victim again. So to stop that pattern, if you realize that what you did was wrong, then you can start working on the problem that caused the offense.
I've gone from rehabilitation to training and working in probation, and it's real. It's like a magical vibe of a mystical feel. It's nothing to conceal, so let me reveal the RISE deal. It took a thinking skills program to focus on who I really am, self-control, problems to solve, positive relationships and just getting involved. I've got communication skills that I can now use at will to try and elicit change from mindsets that are still. I'm an inspiration to my peers that are local because I'm modelling behaviours that are now pro-social. I'm living the dream of this new team, and if you're a volunteer, you know exactly what I mean. You guys in RISE, you really do care. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. Elements of surprise, no place for disguise, but compromise and recognise and realise what we have inside is a spirit eager to guide. So enjoy the ride. We are here to transform lives, and that's how we're rolling at RISE.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa.